Tiruchitrambalam. Nama Parvati Pataye. Hara Hara Mahadeva. It is human nature that we always believe only to what we see, what we hear, what we smell, what we touch or feel, or what we taste or talk. I just described what our senses do and the limitations we have with regards to experiencing something that is beyond the capability of our senses. For an example, if you have a pet dog at home, you will notice that the dog's sensory organs are much more capable than our own sensory organs. The dog is able to sniff and smell or even hear some things that we are not able to. Often at times we feel odd that our pet dog behaves in a certain manner or starts barking for no apparent reasons. This is because the dog is able to sense something that we are not able to. Likewise, an eagle's sight or view is much wider and sharper than our eyes. What we don't sense does not mean it is non-existence. There are other lives who are experiencing something and or sensing something that we humans are not capable of. Likewise, for those who earnestly seek, God is so dear to them. God stays with them and the soul builds the relationship with the God that it perceives and that God which it can relate to. The soul perceives the glorious characteristics of God and rejoices. Though what the soul experiences is absolutely true, but that is not the complete experience God can provide. Another soul may be experiencing the grace of God in a different way. Without the grace of God, regardless of how much the soul tries to get the experience the God, the soul would not be successful. For an example, a person standing in the seashore can definitely view the large ocean to the extent the eye can capture. Always remind yourself that there exists ocean beyond what you can see, and there is someone else across another shore who is also viewing the ocean and experiencing the same ocean differently. You call him Shiva, depicting him as one riding on the bull with serpent around his neck. Another call him Vishnu with a conch and discus along with his consort Lakshmi. Someone else praises him as Krishna, depicting him with a flute and peacock feather ornamenting his crown, and relishing his glory as the giver of Bhagavad Gita and a true friend of Arjuna, and so on. Yet another relates to him as Allah or as Jesus. Someone else calls him or her as Mariamman, describing her as the mother of the universe, seated on a lion, filled with compassion and love, and so on. But keep in mind, everyone is relating to the same one ocean. It is absolute ignorance to say that what one sees is untrue and what you see is the only truth. To answer this clearly, there are several Thirumurai hymns rendered to explain the concept of God and characteristics of God. Under Thirumurai 6, Tiruthandagam, Tirunavukarasar provides some explanation on God. However, obviously as a Saivite, he praises the Lord as Shiva, but eventually says that he is not one, not belonging to a single town or city, and is not confined to a single form or with one complexion. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். மைப்படிந்த கண்ணாலும் தானும் கச்சிமயானத்தான் வார்சடையான் எண்ணினல்லான் ஒப்புடைய நல்லன் ஒருவனல்லன் ஓரூர நல்லனோருவமனல்லி அப்படியும் அந்நிறமும் அவ்வண்ணமும் அவனருளேயே கண்ணாகக் காணி நல்லால் இப்படியன் இந்நிறத்தன் இவ்வண்ணத்தன் இவன் இறைவன் என்றெழுதிக் காட்டோனாதே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். The Lord, who is together with his consort Uma Deviyar, whose eyes are beautifully decorated with collyrium or kanmai, living in the crematorium of Kanji with matted hair, even thus is his form and complexion. He is not confined to these appearances. He is flawless. He has got no one equivalent to him. He is not of the human species. He does not have a single complexion. He does not belong to a single town. Thus is he. If he does not shower his grace on the beholder, who will be able to portray him this wise or otherwise? It is his grace that gives us. We are blessed to praise and sing upon the God who does not have one name, who does not belong to one city. He does not have parents nor relatives, as he is beyond birth and death. Yet, for the sake of his devotees, he manifests himself, holding various names, residing in various cities, belonging himself to parents and having relatives and so on. In the Tiruttallenam under Tiruvasagam, Manikavasagar says this again, Urunam Ariyavor, meaning to understand and to recognize him, he comes in the form we best relate him with. ஒரு நாமம் ஓர் உருவம் ஒன்றும் இலார்க்கு ஆயிரம் திருநாமம் பாடி நாம் தெல்லேனம் கொட்டாமோ. Though he does not have one name and one form, we, his devotees, praise and sing his glory with 1,000 different names, associate him with various forms. The greatness of the Lord is much appreciated when we are able to understand that he is indeed one, yet manifested in many forms, holding many names and dwelling in many places, in many hearts and souls who are his beloved bhaktas. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி, எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி.